Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions and happy Canada Day. We're continuing on with the Canadian theme and Glenn Gould. Glenn Gould, he changed the spelling of the name was changed, is a famous pianist worldwide, famous Canadian artist. He died at only 50 years old. He was born in Toronto. He was a character. I think he probably had OCD, but maybe not. But he certainly had some very, shall we say, odd characteristics. Everything needed to be just right. The temperature, he was always concerned, which makes sense, I guess, about his hands and his fingers, but the height of the piano and where the everything was located. Like he was very, very particular. And he had some strange habits as well. When he was playing the piano, he would often hum, and I don't think he realized that he was doing it. It started, I think, probably from a very early age. He was a child prodigy, apparently, and uh, and that just carried through. And so that annoyed a lot of people. From my understanding, they had difficulty sometimes getting those vocal sounds out of the recording. So it was a bit of a problem. But I think maybe that adds to his enigma. It adds to his popularity in some ways. I always like characters. I like people that are not necessarily doing everything according to the book, let's say. So he's very famous, particularly for J.S. Bach and Beethoven. I think those were the two. He did other composers as well, but I think those were the two he was the most famous for. So we're going to do J.S. Bach variations and have a listen to that. All right, let's move forward. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're not normally into listening to classical music, give it a shot. You might like it. Let's try it out. Sorry, I'm just going to back that up a little bit. Here we are, Johann Sebastian Bach, 1742, a few days ago. All right, let's have a listen. Sorry, we got caught by an advertisement there. I hope there's not too many of them throughout the song. I'd like to listen to it all the way through, but I'll do the best I can. It gives me a chance to talk a little bit just before this. When you saw his fingers, they looked so long, it looked like spiders moving across the piano. I know some commentators have said he plays with long fingers. I can see why, and you can see some of the facial expressions and things as he's playing as well, which are a bit unique to Glenn Gould in some ways. All right, let's continue on. gorgeous. I'm just going to stop. This is probably the only time I stop unless I have to stop for an ad and do some editing. Uh, a couple of things. One is obviously you can watch the technique and the how amazing he is on the piano, but also let the music flow through you and over you because it's all of the notes together that make it so incredible. I think, and also whenever I'm listening to classical music, whoever it is, I sometimes, well, maybe partly because I'm a story writer, don't forget to check out my short story collections, but the links will be below. A little plug for me here. But I like to create stories in my mind as the music is playing. I do this with other music too sometimes, but classical music lends itself really well to creating your own stories. And it's partly from my youth and also listening to radio programs. When I was very young, we had to use your imagination a lot more. and but just lean back and let it flow through you and create those stories for yourself. And they can be so many different stories from the same body of music, same piece of music. I love watching Glenn Gould too. That's why I chose video where we can see him. I know the sound quality might be better on just audio, but I wanted people to see Glenn as well. Okay, let's carry on and hope there's no more advertising. Sorry, yet another ad. I guess we're just going to have to cope with those.
Well, that's the end of the canons from the Goldberg, but it's not the end of the piece. There are still three variations after that, and then at the very end, Bach repeats the theme, which we already heard at the beginning, so let's not waste time hearing it again. But I would like to play you the variation that comes just at the end, just before the theme comes back. This is called a quadlibet, and it's not exactly canonic, although there's a lot of canon-like writing in it, but it's really a sort of musical stew in which Bach mixes in four themes that were apparently at the top of the hit parade of his day, heaven knows why. And here it is. Here's the quadlibet.
Okay, they snuck up on me with another ad right at the end, but that was the end of the video. And as he said, that wasn't all of the Goldberg variations, but that was the end of that particular video. And he played the last piece before the repeat, apparently, so we could hear it. And he's a bit of a character. I don't even know if he was trying to be funny there, but I thought it was kind of hilarious what he said. I also forgot about his speaking voice. It's a great speaking voice, in my opinion. Uh, but he's a fantastic pianist, deserves to be recognized and continue to be recognized, even though he hasn't been with us for quite some time. Let me know what you think. I thought it was fantastic. It's great to see him playing, but also it would be wonderful just to lean back and listen as well with a great audio recording. All right, we're continuing on with the Canadian theme. I'm not sure what order I'm going to put all these recordings up. He may be at the end, he may be the bookend, but if not, continue on listening to our Canadian selection today. All right, it's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, bye bye for now.